Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. By the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. And by Delta Airlines. Keep climbing. On to the bottom of the ninth. Atlanta is 3 outs away from a 6th consecutive division title. It would be the 23rd in franchise history. That's the most in Major League Baseball. And as I said earlier, it would be tied for the 2nd fastest that they have clinched the division. Well, you've been through this a lot, John, and I know that these players know at some point we're going to clinch, but what's the feeling like right now?
Well, first of all, they know they got to get 3 outs, so this is going to be a different celebration than normal. It's not going to be, I wouldn't think, like over the top, because they have so much more to accomplish, but it's special, man. You leave spring training and you want 3 things to happen. You want to get introduced in opening day. You want to get introduced in your next series. And then you want to get introduced in the World Series, right? You want to get 3 introductions. And so this is step 2 of getting the division under. You're in. You're going to be at home. And then you go for the ride, the wonderful ride.
The sometimes nerve-wracking ride. Kirby Yates is the man that has been summoned to get the final 3 outs. He faces the middle part of the order, starting with Alec Bohm.
Now, we talked about this last time. He did a great job throwing strikes with his fastball. When he doesn't throw strikes with his fastball, it takes his splitter out of play. So throwing strikes for Kirby Yates makes his splitter that much more difficult to hit.
Swinging at the 2-0 and popping it up. Ozzie calls off Orlando. 1 away.
See, that's the difference in the game today. You're down by 3. Guys missed with 2 straight pitches, and you're going to go to hitting that 2-0 rather than see if he might go 3-0 with a ball. So that's the difference. So guys are definitely looking to slug no matter what the count is.
Well, in that case, it worked out for Kirby, and now here's Bryson Stott.
I mean, it was a golden rule. Like, you're down by 3, you got to see a strike. You never know. Guy might be like, that's really technically.
There's a strike, 1-1. Last year in 2022, when the Braves obviously won their 5th consecutive NL East title, they were only in first place for 9 days the entire season. But they have ruled the roost the entire 2023 season. And they are about to be 1 out away. Michael's got it. They can smell it now. Brandon Marsh is the final hope for Philadelphia. And you think for Atlanta, who had their postseason hopes ended last year by the Phillies, it might feel a little extra sweeter to celebrate here tonight at Citizens Bank Park. 2-0. Swing and a miss.
First time we did it, I had my catcher jump in my arms and had to carry him in the middle of a pile.
Greg Olson. I still remember that video.
Man, I did not know what he was doing, but it quickly found out.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Atlanta is a single strike away now. They are ready at the top step of the dugout. Fouled off by Brandon Brandon Marsh.
The only thing you make sure in these things is don't anybody get hurt.
Yeah, be careful.
Don't do anything crazy now.
Celebrate responsibly.
Yeah.
Kirby Yates with a 2-2 pitch. Pop back and out of play. Atlanta, of course, won those 14 consecutive division titles from 91 to 05. And now trying to make it 6 straight here since 2018. Another 2-2. And another foul ball. Again, the 2-2 from number 2-2, Kirby Yates. Well, he's making him work. The champagne is ready. Here we go again. Struck him out. The Braves are the kings of the East yet again. 6 straight division crowns for Atlanta.
Great game by Strider. Bullpen finished it off. What a year it's been for the Atlanta Braves, and they deserve to enjoy this moment.
And Ronald Acuna here in the booze. He's saying bring it right now as the Braves celebrate yet another National League East title. They're 6 in a row. It's their 23rd overall, which is the most in Major League Baseball history.
And you know what? Of all the divisional titles, I mean, I don't know this factually. It just seems like the Braves had to use more players than ever to do this, right? I don't know what the final tally is going to be in the shares meeting and all the things, but 16 different starters, all kinds of bullpen. For the most part, the position players stayed and played, but the pitching staff, they have used a ton of pitchers to get to this historic point.
And you add it all up, it's already a 96-win season, and there's still 2.5 weeks to play.
Veteran coaching staff, and again, I'm going to echo Brian Snitker. What an incredible job. I know it's not over, but he better get a lot of votes for Manager of the Year.
He has been phenomenal. You can say all you want about the talent on the field, and there's a ton of it, but Brian Snitker deserves a ton of credit. So this is another step towards the ultimate goal of trying to get that 3rd World Series title, but right now they just sit there and celebrate another NL East title.
There's no better feeling, obviously, to win and celebrate, but the best feeling is you got an off day tomorrow. It really is huge. I don't know if that's ever happened in those years that we were doing it, because you got to go get your, play the next day on the normally. So this couldn't happen at a better time for the Atlanta Braves.
You think that's going to be a happy flight down to Miami?
Oh, man. I think it's going to be a late flight for you guys.
Yes. But with the off day tomorrow, these guys don't care one bit. They've got the champagne on ice. They'll celebrate in the clubhouse. And then when all is said and done and the uniforms are dry, they'll get on the plane and head south. After the celebration, Brian Snitker will be joining Kelly Kroll down on the field, so we will hear his words shortly. But first, these guys get a chance to just go around, share a moment, share a hug with one another on a great accomplishment.
And that's what people at home don't understand. You spend all the spring training, you work your butt off to get to a position to have these moments. Not a lot of clubs get to experience this, and it is such a gratifying and at the same time no job not done yet. But it's a time and space where you can kind of pause and go, way to go, boys.
All right, let's go down to Kelly with Snit.
Thanks a lot, BG. Snit, 6 straight division titles. What's most memorable about the way you earned this one?
You know what? You said it right. You got to earn these things. They're all special. They're all really hard to do. I'm just so proud of these guys, how they stayed so consistent all year, and their work ethic. They never got into the highs and lows and the ups and downs. They just stayed, they kept an even course and just never stopped playing. And now they're going to be rewarded for it.
You led this division from start to finish. How hard? How hard? How impressive?
No, it is very impressive. What these young guys have done is really impressive as a team. The whole, because it takes every one of them. I mean, it takes everybody in that building that we have. The scouting, the player development did a great job because we talk about depth and we use it all more than once. So, kudos to our player development and our scouting for, all Alex and all his staff, the hard work that they put in. All those young kids, interns and everything up in that room, I say they bolt them to their computers and never let them out, and they work their tails off. And then we're appreciative of everybody in the building. Because that's what it takes, is all of us.
They earned this too. I know at spring training, this was the first goal to win the division. What is your message now to these guys when you toast them?
What? We've checked one box off. I mean, I said until you do this and get in, you don't have a chance to do anything special. So that's really cool that we have a chance now to do something special.
Absolutely. Snit, enjoy it. Go celebrate. We appreciate it. Guys, back to you.
All right. Yes, step one is now down, and obviously Brian Snitker very elated.
Yeah, he said it all, and now he has the luxury. Again, he's guaranteed 1 or 2 seed, right? I don't think anybody would argue that one's more important than the other. But he has the luxury now to set up his team, his staff, his players who need rest or whatever. That is a big thing moving forward. And then I would anticipate, as this thing gets closer to the last 4 games, ramping everybody up to get ready for that next break. You don't want too many breaks now, but that next break's going to be very important to keep everybody fresh so that they start that journey in that tournament. Because they have less games they have to win it all than everybody else exception of the Dodgers. So that's a good thing.
But this is the spot you want to be in. They would be the envy of any major league team to have the luxury of being able to now sit here in such a good spot going down toward the final couple of weeks of the season. I'll tell you this too, John. You come up here to Philadelphia, a team who needs to win games right now, and you take 3 of 4. And 3 of those games were close, 2 of them extra innings. Very impressive for Atlanta.
No, it really is. In every facet. I mean, there was a game in hand that they could have lost, should have lost, they didn't. Another game where, it looks like they got it wrapped up, could have lost, should have lost, they didn't. Those go into momentum categories, whereas Philly is tested every single time emotionally with them going the opposite way. And so I learned a long time ago, when things are going good, ride the emotion and the wave as long as you can.
Kelly is down there now with Matt Olson.
Yeah, thanks a lot, BG. Matt, it has been such a fun and memorable season. But what are you most proud of with this group as you stand here a division champ again?
This is one of the boxes that we set out to check this year. Snit said at the beginning of the year, won division last year and came up short at the end. So we checked this box here, and hopefully we check some more boxes along the way.
When you say that, does it make it a little sweeter to be celebrating here in Philadelphia tonight?
No, we got a lot of respect for these guys. It's a good team. We've always had a lot of good battles, and they got us last year, but hopefully that isn't the case this year. We're happy to get this division win and celebrate for a little bit, and then find a way to get back to work and get ready for the playoffs.
It's been a career best year for you, so how rewarding to have that with the success this team has had?
It's been great. This team's been awesome. We have so much fun, and we do it while we're playing some high-level baseball. And this year's been a blast. We got a lot of great guys in the clubhouse and a lot of talent too.
You sure do, Matt. Congratulations. We look forward to seeing you inside.
Yeah, thanks,
guys.
All right, thanks so much, Kelly. Matt Olson, he is the consummate professional. He will never make it about himself for the 51 homers, the 128 RBI. And you saw he gave credit to Philly. He just knows how to handle himself in every setting.
He sure does. And you know, when I think about this team, too, they got so many perfect blends. They got some flash. They got some calm. They've got some guys been there. They've got some guys that can get it done on the mound. Like, they have so many different facets where they don't have to rely on one or the other. And, you know, first and third base, two pros that aren't flashy, that just flat out get it done. And then you've got some excitement in the outfield, some excitement in the middle of the infield. Your catchers are about as good as it gets. And so I think this team nationally, because when I go around, everybody talks about the national component of the Atlanta Braves. They're seeing the real deal. And that series in L.A. told you all you needed to know about whether a team that was about as hot as the Dodgers were came away feeling like they were second best.
What's this moment like right here, John, when you're getting ready to pop that champagne?
Well, for guys who's been there, done that, it's pretty cool because you get to experience it with guys who haven't. And look, I mean, there's very few moments in the game where you can, no pun intended, I can't let my hair down, but let your hair down and have a blast with no qualms or cares. And just for one moment, it rushes 150 days of hard work to like a finish line, not the ultimate finish line, but a goal. And you're doing it in somebody else's. You will be responsible for the cleanup fee, but you don't care at this moment, and you just have a whole lot of fun and take your time. The bus is usually in 20, 40 to an hour and a half. The bus will be take your time. You're going to be taking your time to get to the plane.
Well, we're going to watch the celebration continue, but 6 straight division titles. Real quick, folks, let's relive them all.
Fittingly, Acuna. Ball game. The Braves are back. National in 2018.
I'm very proud. I'm a Brave, and this is.
Shallow center. Acuna is there, and the Braves are the Eastern champs again.
Brian Snitker and his Braves have won the Eastern Division.
This is one of the best moments of my career.
It's a three-peat for the Braves. They're the champions of the East in 2020. Unbelievable accomplishment for the 2020 Braves, who will chop on into October.
Against all odds, against all comers, the Braves are the champions of the National League East for the 4th straight year.
These guys have been behind us all year long. They've come out in droves. It's unbelievable to play here. It's a blessing and an honor to be able to represent Atlanta and be part of Braves country. It's awesome.
Ronald is there, and the Braves have won the East.
For the 5th year in a row, the Braves are champions of the National League East.
I'm so proud of this group. You know, where we were the 1st of June. They're all special. This is unbelievable.
Struck him out. The Braves are the kings of the East yet again. 6 straight division crowns for Atlanta. Yet another National League East title. They're 6 in a row. It's their 23rd overall, which is the most in Major League Baseball history.
The 24-hour champagne diet begins. Your Atlanta Braves are NL East Division champions for the 6th season in a row. It's a beautiful thing to see. It's a beautiful thing to say, and it's awesome to have you here with us in our Valley Sports studios. Trevor Scales, Nick Green, but we are simply the side show because you have eyes on the celebration that is going down right now at Citizens Bank Park over there in the Visitors Clubhouse. And fantastic win. We'll get to that later. The big picture, the macro, the idea of this 6th straight divisional title, that's where I want to start, Nick, because it's just an unreal feat to accomplish.
Yeah, it's hard to do. And when you look at winning division titles, you have to do it different ways. If you're going to do it consecutively, you have to figure out different ways to win. This year, the Braves are basically from start to finish in first place. But they had a bunch of injuries too. They dealt with those injuries. They pushed through. There were so many guys that contributed that weren't expected to contribute at the beginning of the year. When you go back to years past, they had to bring some guys in. Trade deadline helped out with the bullpen. Several years back, it helped back with the outfielders several years back. So it's just impressive how they've done it over the past 6 years. And by the way, Snit seeing that 2018 again for the first time in a long, long time, it just means so much to have a Braves lifer in there winning all 6 of those division titles.
You tip your cap to the Skip because we were talking about it before we even came on air. There are so many things you want to attribute to Brian Snitker as far as just the day-to-day management of a clubhouse like this one. But he sets the tone too, right? And as you see the champagne being open and sprayed everywhere, man, like that release, Nick, there's nothing quite like that, I imagine, when you get to celebrate and let loose, as John Smoltz was saying.
Yeah, and when you think about this team too, everybody expected them to do this.
Yes.
It wasn't like they were an underdog and they had to come back from a deficit and then have to play at the end of the year like they did last year and play out of their minds to win the title. This is still a great accomplishment. I don't care how good your team is. It's always a special thing. The champagne is really, really, really cold. And it really, really burns your eyes. You can see it right there.
Struggling already. The goggles.
The goggles on.
The goggles got to be on, big fella.
You straight up trash all the clothes at the end of the day, and then you move on. But to be a part of these celebrations is something that you cannot take for granted. I think we do to a degree, because this organization is so good.
Right.
But you have to remember how hard it is to get there, how hard it is to win these division titles, and you just soak it all in.
It's a grind, right? We say 162 games. This one happened in 146, but that doesn't take away at all from how difficult it is to do. Because you take it back to the beginning of the season, Nick. Not only was this team expected to be good, but everybody else in the NL East was too. And when the others fell behind, this team didn't drop back with them. They maintained their integrity and really elevated their level of play.
And that's the one thing you want to see. You want to see a team get out to a good start, but you want to see them maintain that.
Right.
There are going to be some ups and downs during the season, but it felt like during this season, I know it's not done yet, but there really haven't been any lulls, right? You've had consistency throughout the course of the season. 162 games is an eternity.
Yes.
Right? So you're going to have injuries, you're going to have poor performance, you have all kinds of things you have to bounce through. These guys have done it all and done it really, really well.
I marvel at this team in so many different regards, and you can see what I believe to be one of the most important components to the success of this squad, and that is the love that is apparent between each and every one of them. The ability to celebrate not only the massive achievements like this one, but even the smaller ones on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, when I look in that clubhouse and I walk in that clubhouse, everybody loves each other. And that's how you win ball games. You can win based off talent. Yeah, the Braves have a ton of talent, but you have to have the right group in order to have it all come together. There can be some bad eggs in there. Well, the Braves don't have any bad eggs. They haven't really had any bad eggs for years.
Yes.
And the way Alex has really put this team together is so important as far as winning over the course of 6 months. Obviously, the coaching staff is highly important as well. They've done a great job of really letting these guys understand we're behind you. If you need something, let us know. We can work with you, and you can work through things that way. But when you put this group as a whole together, from the top front office all the way down to the people in the clubhouse,
yes,
it is a great, great organization. So I love seeing these guys be able to celebrate and be happy together. And you look at them on the road too, by the way, Trev.
Yeah.
They play video games together all day long, right? So it's guys up and down that roster that are just constantly with each other and hanging out. They're playing golf, they're playing video games, they're doing all kinds of things.
Building
builds
chemistry.
camaraderie.
Yes,
chemistry,
building camaraderie. Yeah, and we're going to hear from Alex Anthopolos in just a little bit. Stick around with us here on your post-game coverage just to kind of wrap up the season at large. But you mentioned the idea of personalities meshing and making sure that no bad eggs kind of trickle in. That takes one heck of a vetting process, right? And Frank, you're not going to hit on everybody, but there hasn't been, to your point, anybody that disrupts the flow of this. They seem to come right in, appreciate what they're being involved in as you take a look at Kelly Cole trying to escape the fray, and also just contribute immediately. But i.e. Nicky Lopez comes in and has the best hitting week of his career the moment he touches down in Atlanta.
Yeah, if you feel comfortable when you come in the clubhouse.
Yeah.
And that's what you want when you have new guys coming in. It doesn't matter if they come in mid-season, if they come in the offseason. Everybody feels comfortable in that clubhouse, and that's a credit to everybody in that organization, just allowing guys to feel comfortable coming in.
And now we get a chance to welcome in just a little bit. Alex Anthopolos will join us here on Bally Sports to celebrate the 6th straight NL East title. The celebration ongoing out there at Citizens Bank Park as we continue on here on Bally Sports. Images of,
oh, Kelly, how cold is that? She's got her rain jacket, though.
Yes, she came prepared as she knew she had to. The ski goggles came prepared as she knew she had to. The ski goggles, she's locked in. She was prepped and ready to go, as is Alex Anthopolos, who has escaped the champagne for just a little bit to take some time to chat with us. Alex, congratulations on 6 straight. You make it look easy, but can you put into perspective just how difficult it is to reach this mountaintop for a 6th straight year in a row?
Yeah, I mean, just reaching it once for me. This is my 12th year as a GM. And, my first 5 years, we didn't win the division. And, you start questioning yourself. You're like, man, am I ever going to taste the postseason, ever see what it's like? So I've been on the other side of it. I've been humbled a lot. And I pray I will never lose appreciation for this. I know how hard it is. I know what it means to the fan base, to the employees, and just a sense of pride it gives everybody. So hopefully we can just continue with this role and go all the way to the World Series.
Alex, last year was a completely different year for you guys. You guys had to chase down the Mets. You didn't clinch the division until game 161. This year, a completely different story. How satisfying was this year as a whole from start to finish?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's you still stress all the time, but last year was crazy. I think about those years where we just, 2021 and 2022, we're grinding all the way to the end, and every game, there was games I couldn't even watch. And now this was different, right? We had a nice lead. You're still worried. You had the Phillies for 7 more games, and you still worry if things could go the other way. But it's nice. We've been able to plan it out, get our starters some rest, and we'll see how the next 2 weeks go. But there's no doubt about it. It gives us a little more time to plan, and it's just a reflection of the great season from Snit to the coaches to the players. You don't clinch as early as this and have, this many wins without guys doing unbelievable things on the field.
It truly was a tremendous season in a host of different regards. And let's go back to the starting pitching and how you've had to navigate that minefield, in essence, an unexpected one in losing Kyle Wright and Max Fried for an extended period of time. What are the discussions like, even with the healthy lead that you were able to maintain, when you're seeing yourself having to make those chess moves in order to account for the unexpected downs from integral parts of your rotation?
Yeah, I mean, if you would have told me before the season, Max was second in Cy Young, Kyle Wright 21 wins, and those guys would miss the majority of the year, I would have said, look, I'm not too optimistic with how things are going to go. But, it's all the other guys that have stepped up, and it's incredible. And look, you guys have seen it. Obviously, I know you have to cover us every night, but we're making roster moves. Guys are coming up. Guys are going down. We're moving guys in the rotation. And, it's our credit to our guys. It's very easy for them to say, look, you're throwing me off my routine and this and that. And always the response is, hey, if this is good for the team, I'm all in. I'm ready to go. And, I know it might seem like a small thing, but it's a big deal for these guys. And everything we've done has been about team. And I think it's certainly showed with the amount of wins that we have.
Alex, this is a record-breaking offense, probably one of the best offenses in the game, period, in the history of the game. But I want to look at Matt Olson for one. You just tied Andrew Jones' franchise record at 51 home runs. What an incredible trade, getting him over here. You locked him up long-term. Did you expect this out of Matt Olson?
No, whatever home run totals and all this. It's like people ask me all the time, these seasons, you don't see them, right? There's a reason this home run, no one had hit this many home runs. I see that on the broadcast all the time. Eddie Matthews, Hank Aaron. There's a reason it hasn't been done, right? It's just so special. Look, did I think Matt could be good for 30 to 40 home runs a year, mid-800 to a 900 OPS? Yes. 1,000. Over 50 homers, Gold Glove defense. It's awesome. And, the other thing, too, is, look, we knew he was a great person and a great teammate. Just the durability. He's out there every day, and it sets the tone, right? I know a lot of people talk about it. And, look, in a perfect world, guys would get a day here or there. But I think there's a mentality that comes with that. It's a reflection of the guys that we have on this team.
To have your very best players carry themselves as the gold standard is a luxury of the highest order. You, Alex Anthopolos, enjoy all of the luxuries of a 6th straight NL East title. Congratulations again, man. Thank you for your time. We'll hope to talk to you soon, man, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Congrats, Alex.
All right, guys, really appreciate it. Appreciate all the work over the year as well.
No doubt, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. So as we continue to look at the celebration out there at Citizens Bank Park, we got to get into the fray. Kelly Kroll was there with Ozzie Albies after the big win.
Ozzie, does this ever get old?
Do that again?
Does this ever?
No, it doesn't. Every year we can do it. It's amazing. We're going to do it every year.
What will you remember most about this group getting this done this year?
Yeah, we talked about it in spring training, and we work hard since the beginning of spring and the season for us to be here today again. So we're happy. Yeah! Let's go, baby! Woo! Do it, ass!
The chemistry in this group, it's just unmatched. How does that help you guys obviously accomplish what is the ultimate goal this year?
I mean, that's what we do, Like I said, play hard, and, this is just the beginning. Got to go all the way.
What? This is my last one, I promise. People say when you have this layoff that it can be tough. So how do you balance staying sharp here but getting your rest down the stretch?
Like I said, we prepare for these moments and we play hard. And we thank God that we won the division again. And like I said, we gotta keep playing hard. It's not over. It's just the beginning.
I can only guard you so long.
Well, Bryce, not only an all-star this year, you're checking a lot of boxes, but how cool is this celebration right now?
It's a lot of fun. Really good group of guys in here. Couldn't do it with a better group. We got a long way to go, so we're going to enjoy it tonight and get back to work.
Kind of nice to do it in Philadelphia after what happened last year in the postseason?
I mean, yeah, it's always good, but at the same time, we're trying to win playoff series and win a world championship, so we gotta keep going.
This year for you, though, the All-Star campaign that I mentioned, just if I would have told you all of this would have happened back in spring training, what would you have said?
I don't know exactly what I said. I for sure wouldn't have believed you. Spring training, I was pleased with how my stuff was, but I never thought it'd, get a good group with Murph, Sean, and Sal, and they let me go, and it's been awesome. I don't know. I don't know what to say. So it's been a lot of fun. We got some stuff to do.
Last thing, just the closeness of this clubhouse. We've heard about it a lot this year, but it seems genuine, isn't it?
There's not a single guy in here I don't like. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And it's a really good group of guys, and it's so fun to do it with them.
All right, man. Congrats.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Spencer, what a way to clinch the division here tonight. How did you feel out there on the mound and being able to do what you did in such a dominant fashion?
They had a great approach. They made it hard in the first inning. We made a lot of good pitches. They felt some balls off, took some good pitches, and Murph did a great job of sort of figuring out what their approach was and just getting us in the zone and getting us outs to the point where we were able to go 7 and save the bullpen a little. I was sick. I missed some time, so I want to get my innings in and save those guys if I could.
I was going to say, you better feel ready for this right now. How great is it to be celebrating a 6th straight division title?
Yeah, I mean, I just look around and everybody's contributed. I mean, there's guys. I'm so grateful to just be on this team with these guys, and they go out there every day. We got guys that play every single day, and it doesn't matter what we do on the mound. They put us in a position to win the game, and we're always there because of those guys. And I'm like I said, I'm very grateful to be playing with them.
It's kind of old hat for you already, but in order to remember this one, what will it be that sticks out to you, start to finish, pretty much leading this division?
I just think that consistency. We came out from day one of spring training. Really, this was the goal. That's what we always say is win the East. And like I said, these guys come out every day. They play every single day, and they compete better than anybody in the game. And I only get to watch from inside the lines every 5 days, but every day it's the same. It's the same level of intensity, and it's the consistency. I think that's what made us best team in baseball right now.
You've won the East. Now what? How do you get the next goal?
Yeah, no, and that's this is kind of check one, or step one, checking the box for us. And now the real party starts. We like to say, Snit always says we want to get a seat at the table, and so now we've got it. And the goal is to go as far as we can.
Thank you, Spencer. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Have fun.
Well, Austin, obviously these moments are always special. How does this one feel right now?
Just as sweet as all the other ones. I've come to understand that this game's really hard and this is tough to do. And this team is unbelievable. Coming to the yard every day, it's so much fun. These guys are great. I love each every one of them. And this is awesome. Never gets old.
Yeah, it doesn't get old, but you think back to the beginning of the year, and everyone thought this team would be good, but there were injuries to the pitching staff, injuries to the bullpen, and to do this early, 96 wins, I don't know, has this team surprised you at all this year?
No, just because I know how talented each and every one of them are, and they're great people. I think that those two combos go a long way. And injuries are going to happen in a season. It's just it's a matter of how you deal with them, and we deal with them really well. Guys step up on a nightly basis. That's all you can ask for.
Doing it here in Philadelphia, the off day tomorrow, and now a couple of weeks before you get to the end of the regular season, feels like a real luxury for this ball club.
I think it's more than anything, just guys can get a little bit more mental break maybe, but you still got to kind of stay in that routine. We're very routine oriented, but just definitely going to enjoy them. Get guys maybe a couple off days here and there, just to be ready for the postseason.
Get those goggles on, man. Don't burn those out.
I already have, so it's worth it though.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, Brandon.
You came over here knowing you'd have a chance to win. To be celebrating here a division title with this team, what's it meant to be part of this group?
It's unbelievable. I think I realized I got spoiled early in my career. You go to playoffs first 2 years of your career, you think that's the norm. You think that's what you expect to do. It's been a 7-year gap since I've been back. There's just something special about this evolution.
Thank you, Orlando. Thank you. Yeah.
There's just something special about this organization. To be able to do it 6 times, everyone feels like it's their first time doing it again. I knew with the injury last year, I wanted to find an opportunity to win. I feel like personally I've accomplished a lot in my career, more than I could have ever asked for. And the last thing... The last thing left, check the box, was to win a World Series. And I knew this organization gave me the best opportunity. It never gets old. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. And being on the field, knowing we had a chance to do it, I've been in situations where it came down to the last game, and that game felt like a playoff game. I knew this wasn't do or die, but we kind of treated it a little bit like that. And you go into the 9th inning with a lead, and you're just hoping you can hold the lead, so you come in there and celebrate. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like that burn right there.
I was just gonna say, it still burns the same 6 years later, doesn't it?
Yeah. You can't wear goggles. You got to enjoy it. There's only a few times in your life where you can take champagne to the face. It burns so bad, but it's what you live for. It's what you play this game for. I never played for personal accolades. I played for an opportunity to win, and there's nothing like this feeling.
The last thing, because I want you to get to celebrate here. You mentioned the World Series. That's the goal here. How does this team get to that point and finish it off?
Just doing what we did all year. We just check boxes. Like Snit said in his opening thing, we came in, it's hard to repeat. The fact that this team's done it 6 times, it's just checking a box. We celebrated the other day, knew we had a seat at the table, like Snit said. Now we win the division. It's just checking boxes. The ultimate prize is advance into the next round and the next round and win a World Series.
We're so glad we get to share this moment with you, Kevin. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Max, I imagine it doesn't get much sweeter than this. How does this feel?
No, it feels great. Obviously, been back for a little bit. The guys really did most of the bulk of the work, but I'm just happy from last year not being able to be here because I was stuck at the hotel being sick. To be able to be here and to be able to celebrate with the guys, it doesn't get much better than that.
We were talking about it on air tonight. You go down for 3 months. Kyle Wright goes down for over 4 months. There were injuries in the bullpen. Still 96 wins, clinching in mid-September. Does it shock you at all?
Yes and no. I mean, we have the group that's been able to do it, and we have a lot of really good guys where, if someone goes down, we've got a lot of people that can, pick you up and be able to, just kind of like share the load. It's not all on one person, and that's what good teams do.
Does this feel like a first step to where you guys want to be this year?
Absolutely, but we know that it's not finished yet. We have to finish the season strong and then, play some good baseball going into October.
All right, man. Congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
The way we approach the game, the goal is to go out and win the game.
Max, appreciate it thoroughly. We join you back here in our Atlanta studios. Nick Green, Trevor Scales, and just watching Max talk about a rotation that had 3 12-win members of the rotation, and he very well could have been fourth. It's remarkable in all of the different ways. As Max said, they found ways to pick each other up when they were down. Let's welcome in John Smoltz, half of the broadcast booth for this NL East winning championship team.
Wait, those aren't goggles.
As long as you are safe from the champagne showers, brother, we can appreciate that precaution being taken. Smoltz, this is a special team to watch night in and night out, and I do wonder, from the outside, it has to be just as marvelous to witness, even if you don't necessarily have the day-to-day, every single day grind of this. This is a team that you marvel at from afar, even still.
Yeah, absolutely. Everywhere I go nationally, they talk about and ask me questions about, can they really be this good? And, I get to do games of the week and live in Atlanta and get to see them and watch them every time I'm home. And I'm amazed. I mean, I can't think of a better offensive team ever. Maybe the Cleveland Indians in '95 were a second close, but not as far as a team that the Atlanta Braves have put together on the field. And look, this is a lot of hard work that they put in, and I mentioned it in the telecast. I don't think Brian Snitker gets enough credit in the coaching staff but make these players believe they can play every day and not buy into the nonsense of rest and this and that. And I think it pays off. And I think you're going to see this team learn when they get the best record, how to navigate those 5 and 6 days off. But this team has a lot of weapons, and as long as they utilize them, they're going to be a tough out come tournament time.
It's multi. Obviously, you've been through this multiple times, but when you win this early and clinch the division this early, you have 16 more games before the season's over. Then you have the days off before round 1 for the Braves. So how do they navigate these next couple of weeks?
Well, the luxury is they've got some players going for some awards, so that's great because they dangle that, and that's going to keep them locked in. Then they've got some rotation decisions they can make, give some rest, extra day. But this is the time for a pitching staff to now start thinking about the postseason, start planning for what that would be like, start pitching and sending messages to scouts that, oh, why did he throw that? Why is he doing this? Because those are the moments that are going to get you into the postseason ready to go. Let's face it. I wish in my run with the Atlanta Braves we would have had some time off to face somebody that came in and used their 2 best pitchers or 3 best pitchers. I think over time you're going to see more better teams advance. Last year Philadelphia got hot. Give them credit. It was an unbelievable run. I don't think that's the norm. If you burn 3 pitchers or 2 pitchers and you come face the best team in baseball, you know your back's up against it. So that's a mental thing that they will work on. They learned from last year. They're going to learn from the year before, the simulation games, all the different things you can do. But it's mentally, don't turn it off. Keep preparing for the long run in that tournament, and I think that's the luxury they have right now.
Yes, mostly this team now ties for the second fastest clinching of an NL East title with your 95 Atlanta Braves, and we all know how that season wound up going for the team, and that's what this sort of team has already developed, a championship caliber medal, as far as just that mentality, because it starts at the top, as you mentioned within that broadcast, with Snit, never getting too high, never getting too low, and understanding that it is just about the next game that's ahead.
No doubt. And look, can they be shut down offensively one game? Yes. But it's going to be hard in a best of 7. I would say if there's anything that you got to drill down on, it's that best of 5. That's more of a flip of a coin. I never favored the best of 5. Game 1s are so important. But again, you're going to have a team coming in. Yes, they will have played, but they will have already burned some assets. And depending on who they play in that matchup, will favor the Atlanta Braves. No doubt they're going to have the most pressure of any team in baseball going into the tournament. But you know what I know about them, watching them not only these 4 games, but from afar? They've handled everything. It's no big deal. And I think they have a bravado about them offensively that if they all took off their uniform, there's an S for Superman, because that's the way they're playing at the plate, and that's the stress they're putting on the opposing team. And let's not forget this. They can run and put pressure other ways. I know they're going to set a record for home runs, but their athleticism on the bases is second to none as well.
Without question. Smoltz, we appreciate the time, brother. We appreciate you lending your voice to the call over the past few tilts, man. Have a great evening. Looking forward to the next time we get to chat with you.
Smoltz, nice job.
Hey, next time, hopefully, we'll be in the World Series.
I like the sound of that, brother.
You know,
I like the sound.
That means they
of that.
made it there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Take care, man. As we take a look back into the visiting clubhouse out there at Citizens Bank Park, your Atlanta Braves, winners now of the NL East, I should say, for 6 straight years. And you got to get down when you get an opportunity like this one.
Where'd you learn those dance moves, Mike?
I've always had in my back pocket. I just wanted to bring it out for this moment right here. So, yeah.
You've been practicing? Is that what you're saying since last year?
It just comes natural. It's just natural. So I've been hiding it, but perfect time to bring it out.
Michael, describe the team chemistry in this room right now.
It's phenomenal. I mean, we're a loose team, and we joke around with each other every day. We're not a team to talk about baseball every day and what goes on. So I guess that kind of helps us. We're going out there and winning games and staying loose and playing free.
You don't talk about baseball, but you did set goals, and this was number 1. What does it feel like to have at least crossed that one off the list?
Huge. I mean, only a certain amount of teams make it every year, and then to be the first one to clinch is always huge, and it shows what kind of year you had, and I guess the group of guys you have, and everybody around that's helped. So it's huge to be the first team, and we're just trying to, I guess, make it all the way and win this thing.
When you think of the experience, as young as you are, as young as some of the other guys are, but the experience in this room, how does that benefit you trying to get to, of course, back to the World Series and finish it off?
It's huge. A lot of these guys have already done it and been there multiple times, so it's not really pressure on me. They're bringing me along and teaching me the ropes. So I'm just trying to follow what they do and I guess learn from them.
Speaking of learning from, you can't vote for yourself. Who is the next best dancer? You can't vote for yourself. Who's the next best dancer?
The next best dancer? Rosario's pretty good. Rosario's pretty good.
Right, not you, Orlando.
Okay.
Orlando.
Rosario. What'd you say? She said, who's the next?
Who's the next best dancer? If it's not Michael, he couldn't vote for himself. Is it you?
Rosario. Yeah.
Ozuna, tell me. You've had a heck of a season to contribute the way you have and be standing here a division champ. What's that mean?
It's been amazing, you know, as soon as I get this team since 2020, so they give me the opportunity. I've been handling and I'm trying to give it the best, and we're here. 6 straight time, across the board, and we could finish happy.
The goal at spring training was this.
Yeah.
What's the message now?
So every time that we come in here, we just had to put a little piece together, and that's a result. You see, we cheer and we popping the champagne.
Who do you point to in this room as somebody who's helped you through the ups and downs and gotten getting you to playing your best ball again?
Everyone on my teammate go with me every time because I'm a kind of guy. They always be happy with my teammates, so they always give me the little help, and we're here for it.
You've done this celebrating thing a few times.
Yeah.
What's the key to having the best one?
Well, my keys right now is like being there in the World Series.
Okay, I like it.
I've never been there. I want to be there and see how myself react to be in that section.
I like that.
Thanks.
Great, Keith. Thank you, Marcel. Enjoy.
Well, Seitz, it's one thing to clinch. It's another to do it so early in September with such an amazing season. Can you put into words what this group has done?
One word, wow. It's been a wow year. What we've done as a team has been amazing. I mean, the guys work, they love each other, they play hard. I can't say enough great things. Our pitching, everything. It's special. It's been special all season. I can't believe we got it done now, and we just got to make sure that we finish up strong, get home field advantage, and let our fans bring us home.
Well, you said, wow, you look at the numbers. The team has 282 homers. That's 55 more than anybody else in baseball. You could take away Matt Olson's 51 and still lead the majors. What your offense has been able to do, how impressed have you been?
Yeah, I'm blown away. I don't expect homers. I love it when we hit them, but it's just a testimony up and down the lineup, 1 through 9, the guys got pop. And, pitchers make mistakes, and they capitalize, and it's just been a great year for everybody. I'm happy for Matty. Hope he gets the record all by himself. Nothing against Andrew, love it, but Matty's put together a special year this year, and I hope him and Ronnie are fighting for the MVP at the end.
Last thing, do these moments ever get old?
No, we've all been saying that. Never gets old. And for me, everyone feels like the first one. It's like it's so special when it happens, and you're so happy. And it's the only time I drink this stuff right here. So it's beautiful.
Enjoy it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Seitz.
All I know is you always have the hat ready for these moments, AJ. How did it feel putting that one on and coming in here to celebrate?
You always got to save it for special reasons. So this is a special reason. What we've done this year is truly special. And anytime I bring the Cowboy hat, that's what makes it all worth it.
How are you able, you think, to pretty much lead this division from start to finish and be standing here before any other team in baseball?
This is the expectations when you put on an Atlanta Braves jersey. It's to win the division. We expect that every year coming into spring training, and it's just we're checking off, a box, and it's on to the next box. And but we couldn't have done this without the organization, AAA, the front office, coaches. It takes a whole organization to win a divisional championship. So this is what makes us, the best organization in baseball.
To individually talk about yourself for just a moment. You're always able to self-reflect, it feels like, in these moments. This year, what was different for you as you tried not to write the ups and downs?
Yeah, I couldn't have pictured a worse start to a season, what I had. And, it's just, I owe a lot of credit to Snit. I owe a lot of credit to Craney, Frenchie in the bullpen. They came up to me they just checked on me and, asked if everything was okay mentally. But it was just more of, hey, go out there. Don't worry about what you've done. We need you moving forward, and I'm going to keep throwing you out there. No matter how bad it gets, I'm going to keep throwing you out there, and you're the only person that's going to figure it out. And for him to, trust me to even throw me back out, first of all, when I necessarily didn't deserve to be out there pitching a lot of times. And for him to just have faith in me, and I just owe a lot back to them and credit them for everything and their belief and trust in me.
And now here you are. And how strong do you feel about this group moving down the stretch?
We have a chance to do something special. We know that. It's World Series, a bust for us. And with that being said, we can't look too far ahead, and we have to concentrate on finish, this season strong, getting that home field advantage, because we know how important that is. So it's more of, we know we have the team, we have the belief. It's just going out there and executing now.
So that's kind of the message now in these next couple weeks, is we're worried about home field advantage, and then it's the next box.
Definitely. if we didn't have, home field advantage back in 21 when we played the Dodgers, I don't know if we won the World Series. So we know how special it is to go back home and play in front of our fans in Atlanta, and that's our goal, is to give them back, postseason baseball and let them be a part of it.
I love this belt, by the way. Can you refresh us on the story and the importance of it?
Yeah, I actually met a guy at Shop Fest, and he came up to me and he asked to sign it. I was like, dude, I got to have one of those. So he named me a World Series one. He named me this one. Shout out to Eli. So this is the belt moving forward.
It is a great accessory to the hat. AJ, you've knocked it out of the park once again. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Guys.
Well, Derek, look, all the players have said that this feeling never gets old. For you coming in, celebrating, what's this like for you?
It's fantastic. It's an indescribable feeling, and it's so fun just to be part of it. The fans, obviously, they feel part of it. So I know if you're watching this at home, you're hopefully jumping around in your living room as much as we're jumping around this clubhouse right now. We got it wrapped in plastic. I don't know if your living rooms are wrapped in plastic. I would recommend that before you start jumping around there. But look, this is just, it's why you start spring training with a great deal of hope. You deliver upon that hope, and you win a division, and we get ourselves the postseason, and then let's roll.
Well, and that's the thing. There was a lot of hope, obviously, in spring training. People expected this team to be good, but it has been otherworldly good. Did you envision all of this back in spring?
No, I mean, obviously, we knew we had a really good team. This team has been capable for years. Alex and his staff do such an unbelievable job. I know you guys talk about it all the time. When I listen to you on there, you're always giving compliments to that, and I know the fans do as well. In some ways, I'm not sure there's a great enough appreciation we can have for the dynamic that they have put together, and how when you thought you had a really good team last year, you make it even better. And this is maybe arguably the best team, the best Braves team that we've ever had. I don't know what might happen from here, but this is such a powerful lineup, 1 through 9. The pitching staff's incredible. It's hard to find fault.
Well, and I think you get 6 straight division titles, and obviously earlier the Braves had 14 straight. Fans can get spoiled, think it's easy. It is not easy to get to this point, is it?
No, it's not. Although there's probably, if you're a Braves fan, and you've been a Braves fan for 33 years, I don't know if you did this stat on air. Okay, if you've been a Braves fan for 33 years, take it back, that's 1991. We've run to the postseason 23 of those 33 years. We've won the division 20 of those 23 years. We've won 6 straight. So that means we now have generations of people. All they've known is winning. And so, we're a celebration of riches here as a Braves fan. I'm sure there's a lot of fans of other teams that are looking at us going, just give us some. Let's have some every now and then. But nope, we're not going to let them do it.
Here's how I know you're a veteran of the celebration. You don't even have goggles.
Well, I've been through that part of it. But one of the things I do know, this is your first year. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so this is your first celebration, right?
It is.
Well, you came with, somebody gave you some recommendations. You said, hey, I got to put a raincoat on. I got to put goggles on my head. But what's weird to me is you don't have a whole lot going for you. Oh, sorry.
I had stayed dry until that point. Hey.
Now you're a member of the Braves family.
Hey, the producer, Gretchen, said stay in the corner so you stay dry. How'd that go for me?
Well, it's down your neck, so how's that feel?
Hey, in all seriousness, congratulations.
Hey, you too, and to everybody that's a Braves fan out there, congratulations. This is one team, and when we say that, we mean it. Our staff, who's probably back in Atlanta right now celebrating, as they well should, they're all part of this. Our game day staff who make it all work at the ballpark, they're all part of this. And every single fan, no matter where you are, you're all part of this too. We're all one team.
Well said. Thanks, Derek.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, tonight's great, but all year I feel like we show up every day at the ballpark and we feel like we're going to win.
What's it like to win the division? I know this team has won it 6 straight times. It's your first year with them, but what's it like to be a part of something like this?
I mean, it's awesome. I don't know how many words for it. It's just fun. It's just fun. Yeah.
What's next for this team?
Sure, we got 2 more weeks of baseball, so just staying in our game and keep doing what we're doing.
How do you stay fresh over those next couple of weeks and also rest?
Just do what we do. I mean, there's nothing different, same every day.
Murph, what will you remember about the way you guys earned this year?
I don't know. For me, it was just, it's all new for me. So showing up in camp and going through spring training and just realizing the kind of team we had, and then being able to get it done during the regular season, that's what it's going to be about for me.
When you say it's new for you, how are you liking it so far?
I'm liking it. This is great. Look at that. Yeah.
Go enjoy. Thank you.
Just took a big puff of the cigar. Look, you've been through this a time or two. How good does this feel?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's something that you think about way out in February, so for it to come true is pretty special, and I'm thankful to be here.
You know, you guys, you and Sean have had such a special platoon. Everybody's talked about it this year, but that bond you formed with him over the course of this year since spring, what's that been like?
It's been amazing for me. We actually played against each other in 2019, and I always bring that up a little bit for some fun, but he's a great kid, and he asks all the right questions, and I'm thankful that I get to help him learn and become a superstar. I want him to become the best catcher in the league, and for us to be able to work together is very special to me, and I take pride in it.
Well, you taught him a lot this year. Did you teach him how to celebrate here tonight? You know, he was new to this whole experience.
No, he's done it before, but yeah, I'm teaching him how to celebrate a little bit for sure. Yeah.
But for some of these younger guys, though, to see the celebration through their eyes, I know it's great for you, but isn't it cool to kind of see that?
Yeah, it's very special. I mean, it gets better every time. You know, it's very rare to get to the postseason, and I never take it for granted. I've made it to the top, and then not made it to the next year when you think you're going to make it. So it's very rare and very special, and I think everybody's celebrating it the right way today.
All right, partner, enjoy the celebration.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Charlie, where do we begin? What is it like to be in this clubhouse celebrating a 6th straight division title with this group of guys?
Yeah. I don't know, it never gets old. And going to the park every day with a group like this is about as fulfilling as it can be. Like being a pro ball player, you know, it's great, it's fun, but I've grown to really, really appreciate the time with this group and the guys that are in this room. I mean, the thought of not being around them anymore because it is such a special group, it makes me sad. So like seeing everybody and like being able to be in this moment expressing, you know, the happiness, the joy, you know, just giving a, you know, an hour here where we can, you know, appreciate what we've accomplished is. There's nothing like this, you know. I mean, but you know, we're gonna go to Miami, and you know, we know we still got some work to do.
When you say that, does it motivate you even more? I know you guys are already motivated, but for you thinking the way you are right now about not being around these guys, how much would it mean to finish on top?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that doesn't really cross my mind. I mean, it's more about, I think, how much I care about them and how that's pretty much it. It's not like, I think, you know, you set out, you want to win. You want to win as a group. You want to get along. You want to, you know, sell out for your teammates, and you want to, you know, give everything you got for them, and let the chips fall where they may. And I think we have that trust in each other. I think it's like, you know, if we give everything we got and it's not good enough, it's not good enough. And if it is, then we'll have more moments like this. But I think we do have a certain level of trust. I think we have a certain level of caring about each other that transcends a lot of dynamics that can happen in a clubhouse. So this is truly a special group, and I look forward every day to coming into the clubhouse and spending whatever they are the last days of my career with the guys in this room.
Are you giving us an answer on your career already?
No, but I mean, in reality, I know I'm at the very, very, very back end, at minimum. And, you know, I honestly, I can't imagine a better scenario than to be in this room right now with these guys.
And you need to go celebrate, Charlie. Thank you. Congratulations.
Well, Kyle, for you, this has to feel extra special. You battled through injury all season to get back right before the clinch. What's this moment like?
Yeah, I mean, to be here for this game, to see the guys finish the job, it's been an absolute pleasure to watch the guys. I mean, it's a season unlike, any I've ever seen. It's been a historic season. So many guys doing great things. To kind of be stuck on the sidelines, it's been tough, but fortunately, we've got a great medical staff who've done a great job helping get back. I was glad to finally get back out there. Obviously, didn't go the way I wanted to, but a lot of good things. Good to get back out there in the heat of battle, and looking forward to some things to work on. Hopefully, be a big part of this thing going forward.
Yeah, what was it like for those 4 months, just having to sit and watch this team win and win and win?
When we're winning, it's great, so it makes it a lot easier. But you just want to be a part of it. We got such a great team. It's a lot of fun to be a part of. Selfishly, it sucked a little bit just to be sitting there and watch it. But again, I'm so proud of these guys, and they've been tremendous all year. And hopefully we can keep this thing going.
That's the question. How good can this team be? I think you guys have shown it, but I know you guys have your eyes on a bigger prize.
Absolutely. I feel like we can match up with anyone. There's a lot of good teams that we're gonna have to go up against. But got a lot of confidence in the guys, and it just comes to showing up and just letting your talent show. And we've got a good mature team that I think can do that, and hopefully take it the whole way.
Last thing, when you and Max were both going through your injuries this year, did you guys rely on each other to get through those tough times?
Absolutely. Me and Max, and we had a lot of other guys that kind of got banged up. That there's a little brotherhood in that too. Being the rehab guys, we call it daycare, the daycare group. So, but I think we had a good environment to get everybody to do the right things, make sure we're recovering well, and not skipping any steps. But I think it was great that we've had all those guys do it. You obviously don't want guys to get hurt, but it made it a lot easier, that's for sure.
Well, it's wonderful to have you back. Go enjoy the celebration.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Orlando, congratulations. 6 straight division titles. How do you feel right now?
Felicidades, 6 titulares ahí. ¿Cómo te sientes?
Contento, ¿verdad? Contento. Eso no lo merecemos nosotros por el trabajo que estamos haciendo, y de verdad que solo queda darle las gracias a Dios por todo lo que nos ha dado.
Happy, very happy. I feel like this group deserves it, and I'm thankful to God for everything that He's given us.
What are you going to remember most about how you earned this year?
¿De qué te vas a acordar más que nada de cómo te mereciste este año, cómo te lo ganaste?
Mira, este momento, de verdad que todos quieren este momento, de verdad que gracias a Dios me dio la oportunidad de tenerlo, y de verdad que me lo estoy disfrutando al máximo.
This moment, I'm going to remember through this moment. I'm just thankful to God for the opportunity that He gave me, and I'm just very thankful for this moment right now that we can be enjoying it.
Orlando, a lot of your teammates have said you would never be here. You would never be in this position without the job you have done. What does that mean to you to know your contributions to this title?
Sí, que muchos de tus compañeros han mencionado que sin ti no pudiéramos haber logrado esto. Cuéntanos lo bueno y lo orgulloso que te sientes sabiendo que los compañeros te quieren tanto y dicen eso de ti.
Mira, contento, de verdad contento, porque siempre estoy brindándole armonía, respeto más que todo a todos ellos, y felicidad, que nos disfrutemos del juego, que las cosas se nos van a dar, y gracias a Dios se nos están dando.
I'm very happy, but I'm always praising the harmony and the hard work and everything that we have. I'm sorry, I'm happy. I got distracted. I lost it.
How will the chemistry chemistry of this group benefit you to the ultimate goal?
Encontrar como la química del equipo entero nos va a ayudar a lograr la meta de nosotros, que es ganar el Serie Mundial.
Yo creo que todo el mundo se ha dado cuenta de eso, la química que tenemos aquí, somos como una familia y nos disfrutamos del juego. Yo creo que eso es parte de las cosas que nos están saliendo bien.
I think everyone's taking notice of the chemistry that we have within us, and you know, that's what's fun, and that's why it goes well for us.
Orlando, thank you. This is
This one feel? You've been around for, all of them here. How cool does this one feel?
Mira, de verdad, primero que nada, gracias a Dios por la salud, por mantenernos saludables, de poder ganar la sexta división corrida, de la que nos sentimos bien emocionados. ¡Ya! ¡Pablo Franco! ¡Franco! ¿Pero habla?
¿Pero acabaste?
Sí.
¿Qué dijiste?
Primero que nada, gracias a Dios, ¿verdad? Que me siento contento por mantenernos saludables a todos y ganar la sexto año corrido de la división.
First and foremost, I'm just thankful to God that all of us were able to stay healthy and they were able to win the 6th consecutive division title.
Well, you've been a part of all 5 of these, now 6. How different does this feel? Does it feel sweeter than the other ones?
Que ha sido parte de las otras 5, que si esta se siente más emocionante que la otra.
Mira, siempre emocionante quedar el campeón de la división cada año que pase, ¿verdad? El trabajo no está terminado, vamos a seguir trabajando fuerte para poder conseguir el objetivo que queremos.
It's always emotional every year, no matter what you do to win the division, but we're going to keep working hard to make it the next step, obviously.
Ronald, I saw you at the end there. You wanted the boos to keep coming. How sweet was this to clinch in Philly?
Sí, que obviamente, cuéntanos lo bueno que se siente poder ganar este juego en la división aquí en Filadelfia.
Mira, se siente bien, independientemente de donde sea, siempre se siente bien quedar campeón de su división. Como te dije anteriormente, el trabajo no está terminado.
It feels good regardless of where we do it, and like I said before, the job's not done.
Why is this team so special?
¿Qué es lo que es especial de este equipo?
Mira, yo creo que tenemos una mezcla de jugadores jóvenes con jugadores veteranos, siempre tenemos la misma química, siempre tenemos la misma energía, el mismo entusiasmo, siempre estamos en la misma página y yo creo que esa es parte del éxito.
I think we have that chemistry of young players and veterans on there, and I think everyone's just, we have that dynamic sort of that lets us be good.
109, it's really a different guy every single night. How much fun is it to be a part of this lineup?
Cada noche es un pelotero diferente que tiene el éxito. Cuéntanos lo mucho que tú gozas ser parte de esta alineación.
Mira, de verdad que eso es lo más importante, de verdad que cualquier pelotero que está en la alineación siempre hace el trabajo, si no lo hace uno, lo hace el otro. Yo creo que ese es lo que nos hace diferente a los demás.
That's what makes us different from everybody else. If it's not one guy one night, it's another one the other. So that's what makes us special.
You got the division crown. How many more stolen bases and home runs you got left in you?
Que ya ganamos la división, pero ¿cuántos jorrones y bases robadas te quedan?
Bueno, todo lo que se puedan venir, eso es lo importante. Todo lo que venga lo voy a agarrar.
Anything that I can take advantage of, I will.
A never stop mentality, that relentless mentality is what has earned your Atlanta Braves their 6th straight divisional title after the 4-1 win up there at Citizens Bank Park. We're going to continue the celebrations here on the other side. Braves Live, presented by Xfinity with your post-game coverage after the break. Stick around with us, folks, and celebrate with us as well.